Hi, my name is Zach, and this is the impact of digital comics. The world of comic books have been a growing media over the past couple of decades, gaining much traction that they have influenced other countries and their culture of media. The comics business really skyrocketed during the internet age, becoming one of entertainment's mainstream industries. This industry has impacted literature to make it more creative and accessible to many different audiences. Comic books and their narratives have changed how different audiences access the same type of media through physical and digital books, comics and manga databases, and webcomics. In the comic book industry, digital comics have become the primary form most consumers prefer. There are many ways to access them through apps and websites. In the past decade, many companies in the industry of comics have made their own digital service, such as Marvel's Unlimited, or Amazon's ComiXology. With comic book databases, you can access many comics that are hard to collect. Digital comics make it easier for consumers to access their favorite comic series in one place, such as Deadpool, Hellboy, or even manga such as Kamen Rider series. Many scholars have coined the term infinite canvas. Consumers could start a series on one device and finish reading the rest of the series on another device. Jayson says, and I quote, "I will add through the possibilities of the infinite canvases allow a publisher to break from standard page lengths. Infinite comics are consistent with each issue of Fear Him, comprised of on average 60 screens. There are many companies in the comic industry that provide database services to give easy access to comics, manga, and online web comics to consumers around the world. Previously mentioned, the infinite canvas also applies to comic creators. Richard Shivener re-theorizes this infinite canvas in his article, Re-Theorizing the Infinite Canvas, A Space for Comics and Rhetorical Theories. He says that creators can make the images big or small with endless possibilities. Creators seem to have a literal infinite canvas. He gives an example with a comic called Click and Drag. In that comic, you can explore the world by clicking and dragging through the panels. Because of this infinite canvas, he says that, and I quote, time is turned over to the reader, who can navigate the panel at the reader's own pace, the rate at which the reader wishes to click and drag. The reader can immerse themselves into the comics more than print. Digital comics have become the solution for beginners starting off in the world of comics. Previously mentioned, consumers have access to many different comics and web novel series in many different databases. Those databases have the comics sorted in order to chronologically for the reader. Also, the online version of these comics guide the reader in the correct manner. Jeffrey S.J. Kirchoff looks at the guiding view of ComiXology and the way it helps readers in considering ComiXology guiding view. The guiding view allows the reader to look at individual panels and look at certain patterns that the system by the system. He can search and access certain parts of the comics with the guided view. He explains that the guided view allows a reader to cinematically shift from panel to panel at your own pace. And I quote. But He mentions that the guided view disrupts the freedom of the reader that the print comic gives, but you can turn this guided view off and read traditionally if you want to. In short, digital comics and their online databases have changed how customers view comics and how to enjoy them. The entire comic book industry is now just a swipe of the screen. Even with easy and unlimited access to the thrill of finding and searching for comics will still be in the hearts of comic goers. Just to sit down and just to read your favorite character is all that matters, even if it's print or digital. However, people will have their preference. Even though the next century, digital comics will evolve and will be a common service in the world of comics.